Welcome to Nonstop Election Coverage 2016. We're taking a small break between the debates to teach some Japanese. These are where we take your questions, and instead of me talking about what I want to talk about, we talk about what you want to talk about. And I just want everyone to remember, though, even though this video most likely came out after the end of the United States, we did used to be an amazing country, and then we elected one of these three people. Probably not Johnson, but one of these two people is now our president, and I apologize to the rest of the world if it's one particular guy. I'm not going to say who, but you probably can figure it out. In Japanese, they have a saying, don't talk about politics, don't talk about baseball, and there was one more thing, but I forgot what it was. Politics and baseball. Definitely. Religion, maybe, but Japanese don't really have a religion thing. Let's add that, though. Shouldn't talk about religion. Shukyo. Shouldn't talk about politics, seiji, and you shouldn't talk about baseball, yaku. All right, let's go ahead and get right to this. Our first question is from good old Sarah Dunlap. Sarah Dunlap around that place way too many times. I'm gonna tell you what, Sarah Dunlap. Sarah Dunlap, good old friend of mine, lives in good old Idaho. Why do I hear double particles like yone and noka? That could be like a double vision thing. Have you fallen down recently? Is it possible that you hit your head? Because I don't hear double particles. Actually, I do. Let's talk about just these two because there's a lot. There's like niwa, and a lot of times a double particle is one particle plus wa after it. That's very common. And it comes in the beginning of the sentence. You are talking about stuff at the end of the sentence. When it's with something plus wa, you're just kind of emphasizing. Koko ni wa, well, here, nai desu. It isn't. There isn't. Hey, do you guys have Arizona green tea here? Koko ni wa nai desu. There isn't any here in particular. There might be some other place, but not here. That's normally what I think about when I think about double particles. This is why I liked your question, because we haven't really talked about at the end. Okay? So, for example, let's go through what we can have a sentence ending with. So, iku no? Are you going? Iku no? Now, that's just informal. Iku no? Are you going? Iku no ka? Are you going? Now it's a little bit more rough. Iku no ka? Man, when you end in ka like that, it's really, if you said without the no and just iku ka? Are you going? Really rough. Iku no ka? Kind of rough. Okay? Now, typically anime is like a drama. Anime. For those of you that are purist and don't want me to say anime. Anime is definitely, I forgot where I was going with that, but it's like, it's dramatic. That's what I was going to say. It's dramatic. Like, they're saying things in this cute way, or this like, iku no ka? Omae mo iku no ka? Or, iku no? Iku no? Like, it's either extremely cutesy, or extremely tough guys. It's not real life. But people will say this. Iku no ka? Are you going? All right. Then there's this one. Iku yo. I'm going. Iku yo. Iku yo. Iku ne? So iku yo is just like, I'm going, kind of like an exclamation point at the end, right? The meaning really doesn't change. Just the feeling of it changes a little bit, right? When you say iku ne, it's like, hey, I'm going, okay? That's the nuance of that. I'm going, okay? You're still saying I'm going, but it's like, hey, I'm going, and I'm letting you know, I'm acknowledging that, you know, I want you to, like, iku ne? Hey, I'm going, all right? Rhetorical, you don't need them to say hi backwards, but they typically will. They'll be like, hi, okay, see you later. But then there's iku yo ne. Now, this is a question. I should have a question mark. It's iku yo ne. They're going, right? Because normally when you have a ne at the end, in this case, it's like, right? Iku yo ne. They're going, right? It's with the yo, a little bit exclamatory, little bit exclamation mark there, but ne makes it, you're going, right? They're going, right? Whoever it is. Ashita iku yo ne. You're going tomorrow, right? Ah, iku yo? Ah, iku yo? Ah, iku no ka? See, that exchange would be like this. Iku yo ne. You're going tomorrow, right? Ah, iku yo? Yeah, I'm going. Iku no ka? Now, when you use iku no ka, it's like, you're going? It's kind of like, you're not, it's like, really, you're going? Iku no ka? Right? Versus, iku yo ne, where they want you to go. Okay, those are the kind of the differences. Hopefully that helped. I feel like we could talk about this for another 4 hours, and you'd still be like, because there's a lot of variations of this. For example, you got inu dayo, right? It's a dog. Well, that's not a two particles though. Inu dayo ne, inu dayo ne. It's a dog, right? Inu nano ka? Is it a dog? Inu nano? Is it a dog? Inu nano ka? Is it a dog? All right, good question, Sarah Dunlap. Appreciate it. Next question is from Meg. I love you. I love you, Meg. Love you. Hi, George. I'm confused with why. Okay, I remember this one. Why you have to add the verb ageru to the sentence. 友達に写真を見せてあげました. Okay? Why not just say 友達に写真を見せました? What's the difference? Okay, this is kind of a big topic. I'm going to give you 3 sentences that maybe help you clear it up. All right? First, let's start with the most basic one. 友達に写真を見せました. To my friend or to a friend, 写真を見せました. I showed a picture. Okay? It could be I showed a picture or they showed a picture, she showed a picture. We don't know because, remember, Japanese verbs are neutral, right? They're pronoun neutral. 見せました means he showed it, I showed it, they showed it, okay? 友達に写真を見せました. Okay? We don't even know at this point whose pictures are being shown, right? All right? Now, let's look at the bottom sentence. That's a straightforward one, right? You're asking, well, why would you have to add agemashita? When you have te agemashita, it means you did it for somebody. Okay, that's how it works. I did it for somebody. For example, let's say there was a lot of food on the plate, and I couldn't eat it all. I would eat it for them, so I would then say, 食べてあげました. I ate it for them. Okay? Or they did it for me. Well, we don't have this one up here. It would be 食べてくれました or 食べていただきました. This is covered in, I believe, book 4. We'll have a full lesson on this once I get to that in the Japanese From Zero video series, which is book 1 all the way up through all of the end of the books. Okay? But there's te ageru, te itadaku, te morau, and te kureru, and they all have different meanings. Okay? So in this case, 友達に写真を見せてもらいました means I had a friend show me the pictures. Now this ni here does not mean to, like it does in the other sentences. You're not showing it to a friend. It's by a friend you had them show. So this sentence has a completely different meaning. 友達に写真を見せてもらいました. I had a friend show me the pictures. Does that make sense? For example, you get looked at by a doctor. 医者さんに見てもらいました. Same exact rule. Next one is from Ken Toshi. He had his name in all kanji, and I could only read the Ken and the shi, and I actually forgot what he told me that this meant. Villager or something like that, or fighter or warrior or something like that. I forgot. He says, hello, George. When you are speaking another language, do you first think in English or in your head, and then translate it to say it out loud? Thank you for all. I learned a lot through your videos. Thank you for watching. In the beginning, yes. In the beginning, I have to formulate my thought in English. But now, in the beginning you do that, but if you want to get fast in the language, you have to throw that away. You have to actively work on removing the English from your head. Because in the beginning, it's easy, because you can have direct equivalent sentences. But later on, when your Japanese gets better, or your Korean gets better, or your Chinese gets better, there are sentences that we just don't say in English. So they start getting wonky, like the sentence connectors don't work right. Things that are not voiced in Japanese that might exist in English. Like there are things that in Japanese we would say, but when you translate to English get dropped. And there's things that we say in English that in Japanese it wouldn't make sense to say. So the problem is you have all this excess baggage in your head if you're thinking in English, right? Now, when I first learned Korean, I wasn't thinking English at all. I thought Japanese, because Japanese and Korean are much similar language. Now that I'm learning Chinese, I've had to throw away Japanese and throw away Korean and try to only think in English because the sentence structure is closer in Chinese. But the minute I have enough Chinese in my head, I'll start throwing away the English as much as possible. Okay? That is a really excellent question. All right, next question is from Orange No Head. He says, he or she, I'm getting hungry. Sometimes I see the te-iru form used as future, even though it means like gerund. This, I don't know if English is first language for this human being. Could you talk about it? Yes, I can talk about it. I asked for clarification. Orange No Head didn't get. I wanted an example from Orange No Head. Didn't get it, so I had to think, well, when would te-iru, which is typically am doing right now form, when could I make that future tense? You could force it to future tense, because that normally means I am doing, by putting another word in front of it that forces it to that. And these are the sentences that I came up with. So these are all ongoing tense forms in their various forms. Sono toki wa tabeteru. Hey, what are you doing tomorrow at 2? Oh, at that time, I'll be eating. Now it's future tense. It's I will be eating. Sono toki wa tabeteru yo. It could be tabete iru, tabete imasu. We already know these rules, I assume, at this point. At least he should at this point. So, sono toki wa tabeteru. I'll be eating that time. You could say, sono toki wa tabeteta. At that time, I was eating. See, now we've got an action that was happening at that time. So that's when you'd say, sono toki wa tabete imashita, or sono toki tabete ita, tabete ta. And of course, it could be negative. Sono toki wa tabete nakatta, and I don't even have it up here. But that one would be, I wasn't eating at that time. But I could say, future tense negative, sono toki wa tabete nai. I won't be eating at that time. Okay, hopefully that helps. All right, remember, when you ask a question, the way we do it is you ask it in the Japan chat room after I've prompted you in a live stream to go there. You double-click my name and you ask the question, but you don't double-click my name, actually. I think you click it and it's different in the new chat room. Let's just find a way to PM me. I do ask follow-ups sometimes. A lot of times if I can't get a follow-up from you, I won't answer your question. That didn't happen today, but I think I got to almost everyone. All right, next question is Comrade Killdozer. Wow, good name. Have you tried to read any traditional Japanese folk tales? If so, was there a problem in relation to the grammar usage? Okay. Not a fan of the old stuff. I got to admit it. I mean, there's good stories like Momotaro, stuff that transcends time. But a lot of times, Japanese in old, like if you watch Jidaigeki shows, which are the old like samurai type dramas, Korean has the same style of drama, Chinese has the same style of drama. The English is from the Japanese, I'm sorry, the language is from old. Like we say swell in the 50s, right? There are a lot of Korean people that I know in Korea where their names, their English chosen names are like Stella. You're like really old names and it's awkward. Same thing in these dramas. Like I feel like these old stories, they definitely have, I can't think of it. Like Iwanu. Like instead of Iwanai, they might say Iwanu. You know, or I can't think of any quick ones. But yeah, the Japanese is different back then. For example, Japanese in the older stories will never use borrowed words from English. They just won't. But if you learn from that, you'll say things that are very, very outdated because they're not using the borrowed words that they use in English. I can give you a recent example. I was watching a TV show. I say recent, but it's probably like 4 years ago now. And normally to say an application where you apply for something, it's moshikomisho. But they were saying application, even though application normally means, excuse me, I'm running out of voice, would be like an application, like a program. But they were using it like actual, like fill out the application. And I was like, wow. So I don't know what will happen in 20 years or 10 years. So if you're watching old things, you're not going to get what they call it nowadays. I refuse to watch them. I'm not into them at all. I watch love stories, comedy, romances, whatever is modern I want to watch. I don't know if I'm sure they have these in Japan too, but I bought this in Korea. This is Let It Go, and it explains the English that's used in Let It Go, but it gives you a bunch of English explanations and the translations of the English. This is excellent. I like this kind of thing, where you could take like a Disney story, Elsa will thaw it, and then they'll have the word for thaw, and then they even have like the MP3s. Even though this is teaching English, you get a lot out of this because you have a bonus of already knowing what the English is. When they explain what the Korean is or the Japanese is, if you can get the same thing, it's excellent. I highly recommend modern things. If you like historical drama, by all means watch it. Just never been a fan of it. Thank you for watching. My voice is gone. I'll see you all in the next Jeopardy from Zero. Bye-bye.